On the night of October 30, 2002, one of the most shocking murders in hip-hop history occurred in the heart of Queens, New York. Jason "Jam Master Jay" Mizzle, the legendary DJ of the groundbreaking group Run-D.M.C, was shot and killed inside his recording studio, a space that had once been the birthplace of some of hip-hop's greatest tracks. The murder of Jam Master Jay sent ripples through the music world and raised questions about his involvement in the criminal underworld. Was his death a result of gang-related disputes, or was it simply an unfortunate collision between his past and his present? Jam Master Jay was not just a pioneer in hip-hop. He was also deeply embedded in the fabric of New York's gangland drug culture. His tragic death was not merely the end of a musical icon's life, but also the intersection of two worlds, hip-hop and organized crime, that had been colliding for years. While the investigation into his death has remained clouded by mystery and uncertainty, the circumstances surrounding it reflect the dangerous realities of the drug trade in New York City in the early 2000s. In this video, we will unpack the details of Jam Master Jay's murder, explore his connections to New York's gangland drug networks, and examine how the murder of one of hip-hop's founding figures became part of a larger story about crime, betrayal, and power in the city's underworld. Jam Master Jay, the rise of a hip-hop icon. Before delving into the circumstances of his death, it's important to understand who Jam Master Jay was and how he came to influence both hip-hop and, tragically, the New York street culture. Jason Mizzle, better known as Jam Master Jay, was born on January 21, 1965, in Brooklyn, New York. He was a founding member of Run-D.M.C, one of the most influential rap groups of all time. Alongside Joseph "Run" Simmons and Daryl "D.M.C. McDaniels, Mizzle helped shape the sound of modern hip-hop, blending rock and rap in groundbreaking ways and bringing hip-hop into the mainstream in the 1980s. Run-D.M.C's success was unprecedented. They were the first hip-hop group to earn a gold record, the first to appear on MTV, and the first to land a major endorsement deal with a global brand, Adidas. They helped propel the genre into the cultural mainstream, influencing countless artists and paving the way for hip-hop's eventual global dominance. Jam Master Jay was not just a talented DJ, he was the backbone of the group's sound. His unique style of mixing and scratching set him apart from others in the burgeoning rap scene. But while he was known for his iconic contributions to music, there was another side to Mizzle's life, a side that involved drugs, gang affiliations, and the dangerous streets of New York. Jam Master Jay's connection to the drug trade. While Jam Master Jay was a pioneer in hip-hop, his life was not without its shadows. In the years after Run-D.M.C's initial success, Mizzle became more involved in the New York drug trade. Some of this was fueled by financial difficulties and a desire to maintain his lifestyle after the group's commercial success began to wane. But it also seemed to be a product of the environment in which he was entrenched. New York City's drug scene in the late 1980s and 1990s was dominated by powerful cartels, street gangs, and distribution networks. The city's hip-hop scene and criminal underworld were often linked, with many of the same individuals operating within both spaces. The connection between the music industry and the drug trade was well known, as gangsters often saw rap artists as potential business partners or sources of influence. Mizzle, whose fame and connections made him a valuable asset, was involved in this dangerous world to some degree. Though his involvement in drugs is still largely speculative, sources close to Jam Master Jay have revealed that he had connections to drug dealers and organized crime figures in Queens, the same neighborhood where he was later murdered. The nature of his ties to the criminal world remained murky, but some suggest that Mizzle was working with street gangs to secure drug distribution networks. In particular, his relationship with a group of dealers known as the Queensbridge Crew was frequently mentioned in connection with his death. One of the more persistent rumors surrounding Jam Master Jay was his role as a middleman in the drug trade. He allegedly helped distribute drugs through his connections, and was even said to have financed a few street operations. These allegations, however, have never been definitively proven. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his criminal ties, it is clear that Jam Master Jay was no stranger to the underworld in which he had grown up. The murder, a day of tragedy. On October 30, 2002, Jam Master Jay was in his recording studio, located in the Jamaica neighborhood of Queens, New York. The studio, known as the J Studio, had long been a place where hip-hop artists could collaborate and record music. It was also where Mizzle worked on his solo projects and where he hoped to help nurture the next generation of hip-hop talent. That evening, Mizzle was in the studio with a few friends and associates when two men entered the building. The gunman approached Jam Master Jay, and without warning, they shot him in the head. The attack was swift and targeted. There was no robbery, no signs of a struggle, and no apparent motive other than to kill. The shooting was brazen, occurring in the middle of the evening with others present in the building. The murder was chilling, especially given Mizzle's stature in the hip-hop community. His death was not only the loss of a beloved figure in music, but also signaled that the gangland violence of New York streets had once again crept into the limelight. The investigation, secrets, and silence. Immediately following the murder, the police launched an investigation into who was behind the killing. However, despite an intensive search, the case remained unsolved for years. In the aftermath of Jam Master Jay's death, numerous theories emerged about the motive behind the murder. Many speculated that it was connected to Mizzle's ties to the drug trade, particularly his relationships with known gangsters and dealers. Some reports suggested that Jam Master Jay was involved in a deal that went wrong, either with drugs or money, leading to his death. Another theory was that his murder was a result of an internal dispute within the criminal organization he was allegedly associated with. Others pointed to the possibility of a gangland betrayal, where someone close to Mizzle had turned on him. Over time, the investigation became a cold case, with little progress made in finding the killers. Jam Master Jay's family, friends, and fans were left with more questions than answers. Even as recent as 2020, authorities announced that new evidence had emerged and that they were reinvestigating the case. But the true motive behind Jam Master Jay's death remained unclear. The gangland connection, drugs, power, and betrayal. While the investigation into Jam Master Jay's murder remains open, the connection between the killing and New York's drug war is undeniable. As the city grappled with escalating gang violence and drug distribution networks, it became evident that many hip-hop artists were not just musicians. They were part of a larger, more dangerous world of criminal activity. The murder of Jam Master Jay serves as a tragic reminder of the blurred lines between the music industry and the criminal underworld. In the case of Mizzle, his death was a consequence of the dangerous intersection of these two worlds. Whether it was due to a botched drug deal, an internal betrayal, or a gangland dispute, the reality of Jam Master Jay's life and death proves that fame does not shield one from the perils of the streets. The legacy of Jam Master Jay's death was a devastating blow to the hip-hop community. The loss of one of its founding figures left a void that has yet to be filled. In the years following his murder, Run-D.M.C. and the hip-hop world continued to honor his legacy, acknowledging his role in shaping the genre and his contributions to its cultural impact. Despite the mystery surrounding his death, Jam Master Jay's influence on hip-hop remains undeniable. He was an architect of the sound and spirit of the genre, and his impact can still be felt today. The music he helped create and the artists he mentored continue to carry the torch of his legacy. If you found this story fascinating and insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to stay updated with more in-depth stories about the lives and legacies of iconic figures. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with more compelling content.